106-95, the Sacramento Kings pull off a very impressive win tonight in Cleveland with no De'Aaron Fox, but also the Cavs did not have Donovan Mitchell. So let's put that out there. But before we continue, man, just want to say prayers go out to Grant Wall, the best USA soccer beat writer to ever do it, in my opinion. I mean, I used to interact with the guy on Twitter, and to see my phone with the ESPN app to say breaking news, Grant Wall has passed away, it just struck me like, damn. And it's sad. Like, you know, it kind of puts like a sad tone feeling to this night. Obviously a huge Kings win, and we'll talk about it. But, you know, prayers go out to him and his family. He passed away in Qatar. I have not looked into the details to why. Just insane, right? Like, and that's why I tell people, and that's a good reminder for myself too. You just gotta appreciate life every single day and not take anything for granted. You know, live life to its fullest, and you know, pray to God and thank God every single day that He allows you to wake up every single morning and open your eyes and, you know, kiss your loved one or your mom and dad or your siblings, whoever it may be. So, you know, rest in peace, Grant. We're gonna miss you, man. Like, you were the face of the media in terms of USA soccer, man. I loved always reading this stuff. So, you know, rest in peace. God bless you, and hopefully you're in a better place now. But the Sacramento Kings tonight pulled off an impressive victory, 106-95, just 19-0 run in the fourth quarter, unbelievable. And it was literally right after, like, I was on Twitter talking to some acquaintances, and they were saying, let me quote it actually. They were saying that the Kings missed De'Aaron Fox, and obviously the Kings struggled there for a good while, right? And you know, he was dead on. He was dead on. Why is it so hard to like read all this stuff? Okay, so my guy DJ, he said Fox is just invaluable, and it's not because of this game. He's a star. The half-court game is made easier for everyone with him in the game. Close game is encouraging, but things aren't difficult. And I replied right away. I said, and the crazy part is that the Kings find a way to win. Fox haters would say, see, they play better without him, or something crazy along those lines. Nothing surprises me anymore, right? And they came out, and the run started right there. Obviously, I'm extremely happy that they won. The fact that they can win without De'Aaron Fox on the road against a team that was the best with the best home court record, the Kings handed them their second loss without De'Aaron Fox. I don't care if Mitchell played or not. That's incredibly impressive. That's a really good team there, and they gave the Kings a lot of fits tonight. But Domantas Sabonis, the other All-Star, yeah, it's funny that the Pacers thought, or Pacer fans thought that they fleeced the Kings. This guy is just an animal. He plays the right way. He makes everybody around him better. He's a joy to watch. He plays the right way. This dude was a monster tonight, and he just turned it on. He put the team on his shoulders, and it was just a beautiful thing to watch. My gosh. I mean, this dude is a bona fide star. 2-time All-Star, going to be a 3-time All-Star this year, without question. 18 points, 19 rebounds, 6 assists. What the? That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Sabonis is something different. Sabonis is something different. And I also tweeted out Mike Brown. I wanted to smile so bad, but he kept it professional. This team plays so hard, and they take after him, right? Like, that's his personality on the court. Never give up. They play so hard. It's so encouraging. The fact that he went back into Cleveland, he got this W, that means a lot to him. Like, he wanted to smile so bad. Like, you could see it in his eyes. Like there was a little twinkle in his eyes. And man, that was a lot of fun to watch, man. How's everybody doing? Let's look at the box score and some of the stuff that they said. What's up, Patrick? What's up, my guy? We did that tonight. Light the beam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Leo the Stray Burke pickup raise an eyebrow. Will he transition to the Bay Club this year? Probably not. Probably not. Trey Burke's a good player, though. But no, I don't see it. Let's take a look at what Mike had to say after the game.
The toughness that we have showed tonight, starting with Domas. Domas was unfreaking believable.
He's so unreal.
He was amazing. I still am amazed at how hard that man plays every freaking possession. He doesn't take a possession off. And, you know, when you have that from one of your best players, if not the best player, it's contagious. And so him sticking with it.
That's interesting. There's a lot to dissect in that comment. I know a lot of people will probably say, oh, he said the best player. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, see, Fox is not even the best player. I already see the comments are going to just say that right now. And they're going to take it out of context. But he said, one of the best players, if not the best player. You know, that's up for debate. In my opinion, De'Aaron Fox is the best player on this team. This team will go as far as De'Aaron Fox takes them. I've been consistent with that. I believe that truly in my heart. Sabonis is an animal. It's not a bad thing, though. Like, it's not a knock on Sabonis. You know, Sabonis makes everybody else around him, right? And tonight he did it. Because it's not one of those things where, historically speaking, we've seen Sabonis, you know, consistently put the team on his shoulders offensively. Like tonight, he was extremely aggressive. He knew Jarrett Allen could not guard him, and he would attack him. He was in full aggressive mode, Sabonis, tonight. Which, you know, for the most part, he likes to pass it around. Like that's more of its instincts, right? He sees a play, he's in the post, he's looking. There's nothing there. Okay, go to work. But tonight, they needed him to be, you know, what Fox is, which is a bucket. Like, go get me a bucket, Sabonis. He was very self-conscientious of that, and he got you that, right? Which is super important. Super important. But in the playoffs and just systematically speaking, De'Aaron Fox is just a walking bucket. He gets to any spot on the floor however he wants. It doesn't matter. He doesn't get sped up. He can accelerate, decelerate at any moment. And that's why I believe he's the best player. On top of him playing, of him being a really good playmaker. Again, I've done an episode where, you know, we went on B-Ball Index and we showed you the grades. He's an excellent playmaker. You know, it's not just about the box score assist numbers. There's more to it than that when it comes to being a playmaker. Trust me. Like, that's not just, oh, who got the assist? Obviously, the casual fan, the recreational fan will only see where the ball is at. You know, there's more to it than that. De'Aaron Fox is a perfect example, and I showed that as well. Obviously, Monk is a very, very good passer. I did not expect that, and he's been a pleasant surprise. Just came out of nowhere, in my opinion, in terms of being so consistent. We saw the flashes last year with the Lakers. I even pointed that out, right? I said if he plays with a guy like AD, obviously he's playing with a guy that's just as good as AD, in my opinion, and Sabonis, just in a different way. I mean, they're very different players, but they're both extremely skilled. You know, one guy is a point center, the other guy is just a bucket too. So the other guy is just an excellent defender, but Sabonis has been so good defensively this year as well. I mean, the stats are there, the eye test is there. The guy is getting it done defensively as well, which is, you know, really surprising. If I'll be honest with you, I'm really surprised with Sabonis' defense. Like, I really am. And especially his rim defense, right? He stays vertical, he stays up, he plays hard. And tonight against Garland, you saw a big block there towards the end of the game. That was a huge block, by the way. Let's take a look at what HB had to say.
Davion, I mean, just hawked the ball defensively tonight. Delly coming back here.
Delly was huge.
You know, after not being here for a while, and then just being ready to play, step in, make some stuff happen. Malik, coming alive there. Kevin obviously battling through, a little tweak there. I mean, all the little things that I think everyone did to just contribute to this win. I think it's a good team win where everybody had an impact.
100%. Daly came in, man. He was just a hawk on defense, especially in that fourth quarter. Again, 18 points, 19 boards. I think it's 19 rebounds. I don't know what the final number was, but either way, I mean, that's pretty impressive. Damn near 2020 again by Sabonis. And, man, lots of good stuff, lots of excitement there. Let me see if they got any more quotes from these guys. Okay, so those two are the only ones right now. People were surprised, and I even said it too. I said, how are the Kings only plus 3.5 on the road without Fox? I understand that Mitchell's not playing, but this is a team that has lost one time at home, and I was just like, everybody's going to bet the Cavs tonight. And honestly, for the first time ever, I felt like a lot of calls went the Kings' way, and deservedly so. Like, they deserve a lot of these calls because they were the aggressor. And that's not typical for a team on the road with the name Sacramento Kings on the shirt to get these consistent calls. Like, I felt like they were consistent today. Like, the rest are consistently consistent with their calls. And I love that. I loved every second of that. What's up, Edward? What's their defense rating now? Under 100 again. Let's see. I don't know if it's already updated or not. Their defensive rating. Let's see. Let's refresh it. It is their 19th spot. Yep. They were 22nd going into tonight. They have gone to 19 now. Yep. 112.2. That's their defensive rating. And their offensive rating, they were number 4 going into tonight. Number 5 right now. This might fluctuate, but either way, Kings are a powerhouse on offense. Like, that's an elite offense. They play the right way. Every possession counts. You heard Mike Brown. Every cut, every screen has a purpose. They're playing for each other. That matters. That matters when it comes to being an elite offense. The Boston Celtics, we see it every single night with that team. They play extremely hard, and they make every single possession count. The Boston Celtics championship team, obviously on a different level. To me, it's the Celtics and the Bucks, and it's everybody else. Conference, Eastern Conference, Western Conference, it don't matter. Those two teams are elite. Those two teams are the best teams in basketball. And then you got everybody else. And the great thing about that is that those two teams will eliminate each other in the Eastern Conference Finals. So there's opportunity. I'm not saying that we'll be the Kings, but there's opportunity in the West. There really is. And the point is just get there and just see what happens. That's all I'm going to say. I would give Sabonis a max after the game tonight. I mean, he going to get the max, and he's going to accept it. For sure. Richard Noble, Leo, if you could upgrade to this team, what positions would you do? Well, I just did a whole video on DeMar DeRozan being an upgrade over Harrison Barnes. Obviously, I think that would be a huge get, but right now it's still not the right timing for that just because the Bulls, in a way, are still in it, even though they are struggling. And I think what the stats was with Vooch, DeRozan, and Levine, they were like bottom, like one of the worst, right, statistically. So, you've seen a huge regression from Levine, a lot of it because of injuries. I don't know if he took his rehab seriously or not. He's just always injured, like his knees are just giving up on him. Excellent player, just a freak, but durability matters. And then with Vooch, I don't know. Like, I haven't watched enough of them to see how they're utilizing Vooch. I felt like against the Kings when I watched them play the other night, they use him a lot as a stretch 5. Like, the guy is a very good post player too. So I don't know exactly how they're utilizing him, but he didn't look right to me. he didn't look right to me. So there were reports surfacing that if they continue to lose and this goes, south the other way after last year having a very good season, Vooch and DeRozan could be on their way out. And, they can just get some more youth, build around Levine, and just go from there. Like, I don't know, what's going to happen there. It's definitely a team you want to keep your eye on, for sure. For sure. Another guy that I love is Lauri Markkanen. At what point does Danny Ainge say, hey, originally the plan was to be in the Wemby sweepstakes, and now that team is pretty good in terms of a bunch of mishaps, playing extremely hard for each other, and just playing the right way. So, if they start losing, like they're still in the race right now, and they play really hard and they're fun to watch. But, are you going to get rid of a Jordan Clarkson, a Malik Beasley, a Mike Conley? Rudy Gay hasn't played much, but I'm sure some teams might be calling for a guy like that who's a veteran who can get you a bucket but isn't good defensively. Or do you get a ton of assets for a guy like Lauri Markkanen who would get a lot of first-round picks? The guy is that good. Vanderbilt, who I love, would be a huge upgrade for the Kings defensively. I mean, that guy can play defense. I mean, that dude is a stud. So there are some names right there. We still need a rim protector, big body shot blocker. Who do we go get? Who's out there that would come to sack and fit right into this group without throwing out the flow of this team? That's really difficult to say, because anyone that you bring in is going to take time to adjust to that person and that person adjusting to whatever the system is. So that person, we think about it defensively, right? Like, okay, well, can he be a big body shot blocker? In theory, that sounds good. But then you have to figure and, take into account that person has to have some type of skills on the perimeter where a lot of DHO split cut actions are happening, and he has to be able to recognize those passes. And I thought Shemezi Mitchell did a great job, and he's getting better at that. Right before he went out, I forget when it was, but he went behind his pass, and the idea of the play was extremely good. The execution wasn't there, but that's because they didn't expect that from him. But if teammates are starting to realize, okay, Metu can make this type of play, you're in good hands. So it's not just being that big body like that. That person that comes in, whether, they give a chance to Rashawn or not, they got to be able to play in this offensive system, which, if you think about it, Alex Len fills that role of a big body shot blocker. But I don't think Mike Brown feels comfortable putting them out there offensively because of how they run their offense. So that's another layer that you got to think about when you say, okay, well, who can come in here and actually produce on both ends and not be a liability offensively? So those are the questions that you must ask yourself before you start, thinking about names. Unless you go get Bobo, he's not going nowhere. He's not going anywhere. He's playing well. Team defense has improved a lot. Great to see. I would give Sabonis a max 10 games ago. He's our most valuable player. Like a lot what Leo has said, but I disagree with Fox being our best player. I don't know. Enlighten me, Leo. I'm all ears. I mean, that's fair. I think when you look at Sabonis, I always project players, and I'm like, okay, well, if this guy's your best player, how good can your team be? I've seen Sabonis, fourth in the Eastern Conference with the Pacers as the best player. In the playoffs, it's a different game. They scout you. They know what toothpaste you use before you go to sleep. Obviously, I'm being facetious, but you get the point. They know every single bit of who you are as a player, and it's a little bit different. We've seen that. Like, Sabonis has been doing this for a while. Like, Sabonis has been great like this. But my thing is, if he's your best player, how far will that get you? When I see Fox, the upside and the projection of a superstar guard that can get his bucket, that can get buckets from all three levels, which he's proven this year that he can, shooting 38% from beyond the arc. And, these last 7 game numbers of 16 points, that's such a skewed and, what's the word? It's been disingenuous to me because, yes, he hasn't played his best, but those specific numbers, I think it's 16 point something points. The reason why he don't have at least 20 is because the Kings blew most of those teams out, and they didn't even need him in the fourth quarter. Like, he didn't even play that much. Like, he could have easily gotten 4 more or 5 more points in every single game. Against Indiana, he would have got like 20, 30 points, honestly. So when I think about those stats, they're disingenuous in the sense that, okay, 25 point, whatever, 16 points, like, bro, it's not that much of a difference because the Kings went on a 3-game win streak and they didn't need much of anybody, including Sabonis. So, again, he's injured. Those numbers to me were disingenuous. And yes, he needs to play better. Obviously, he's been injured. And you must demand greatness from him because you expect it from him and you got to demand it from him. He's the highest paid player on this team. And, I don't blame anybody being mad at him for not being at his best. But sometimes I get mad when people say, oh, he's digressed. It's like, bro, what game are you watching? Like, sometimes if your number's not called to do X amount of things, that's a good thing. That means you have a good team around you for the first time in his entire tenure with the Kings. Right? That's what we've been praying and asking for since he was a rookie. Like, can we surround this kid with the right players? Jesus Christ said, just got down on Grant Naper's YouTube channel. What did he say? Grant Naper, bro. Keegan Murray, baby. One more piece and we're contenders. I disagree about the refs. There were so many no calls that have been called, especially arm push. Oh, so yeah. So that push off in the first half, I would say when what the hell is his name? When Garland, I was gonna say Sexton. When Garland caught fire at the end of the first half, he literally pushed off Delly, and Delly got caught maybe like 6 possessions before that. He pushed off against NATO, and they called it on him, but they didn't call it on, obviously, on Garland. So I see that, but at the same time, we gotta be honest. They were pretty consistent tonight. They were pretty consistent because Sabonis got a lot of calls tonight. And rightfully so. He was the aggressor tonight, right? So that's a good thing. He finished. Okay, so they only gave him 18 rebounds. It was 19 boards. They took it away. 18 and 18 and 6. That's pretty damn good, if you ask me. If you could get one player via trade for the Kings, who would you want realistically? Lori Marketing. Love to see Keegan get hot. Yeah, so let's talk about Keegan tonight. Keegan's numbers, 30 minutes tonight, 6 of 8 from beyond the arc, 6 3-point shots, man, 18 points, plus 26. Man, he was looking solid, especially early on. He was 4 of 4. The kid can just shoot. Y'all know me. Y'all can go back to every single episode of this show, and you'll see that I was not worried one single ounce. Like, when you can shoot and have the range and have the movement skills like he does, like his movement shooting skills are just insane for his size. That's crazy to me. And he was just going through a lot, like family stuff. His grandma had a stroke, and him being a rookie and playing more minutes and just a ton of things that rookies go through, regardless if you're an older rookie or not. And it seems like he's back in control. He's back to being that smooth shooter that we knew him to be in Summer League in the beginning of the season when he came out guns blazing. He's starting just to relax a little bit, shoot the ball with confidence, and it's showing. It's showing, And it's a great sight to see. It's a great sight to see from Keegan Murray. I loved it. Again, plus 26. I was the best on the team tonight. Fox is amazing, and we need Fox to win the playoffs. Most Kings fans haven't seen these us in the playoffs, period. Exactly, man. Fox is a playoff guy. 57% from the mid-range, right? His 2-point percentage. That's insane. Like, his at the rim percentages are just out of this world. You know, he's a great finisher. It's been blown way out of context with the year. That's insane. Like, no matter what he does, and again, he's the best player on this team, he's gonna get highly criticized. He's gonna get highly scrutinized because he is the best player on the team. So I understand that. It's kind of like the quarterback. If you have a great game, you're going to get the praise. If you have a great game and you lose, you're still going to get all the blame. That's just how it goes. Like, I'm not surprised by anything anymore. If someone thinks that Fox isn't better this year, yeah. We need Fox to be our best player. I want to keep lighting the beam. That's a fact. Like, he needs to be your best player. Sabonis could easily have at least 4 or 5 or triple doubles too. 100%, bro. 100%. If the Kings want to be known as a good team, they have to fight through some of these rough interferences. That's what good teams do. I agree with that too. Sometimes it's just egregious where you can't, but sometimes you can. So I understand your point. What do you think it would need to? Laurie would command a lot, bro. I mean, Laurie is playing at an all-star level this year. So whether I don't think he's gonna make it because you got Domas, you got Joker, you got AD. Those are your 3 bigs right there. But Lauri Markkanen has been so good this year. Mike Brown pretty much said Sabonis is our best player during the postgame. Yeah, I mean, I heard it. We actually played it earlier. He pretty much said that, but I think he's sending the message to De'Aaron to maybe light a fire. I don't know. I believe he said that intentionally. And again, a lot of people are going to take that out of context, and then they're going to ask him about it and be like, well, that's typically how it goes, right? That's typically how that goes. Okay, so that's obviously posted. Let's check out what he had to say though. Officially had to say. Let me see. Sacramento Kings. Let me see. Here we go. Both of them.
Man, I tell you what, that was a big time win. I don't know if I should say this yet, but when you get a win like that on the road, to me, that's a sign that you may have a good team. I hope I'm not speaking too soon because we still got a lot of room to grow and a lot of things to get better at.
It's a good team.
But
it's a good team.
It was an ugly game. It started out moving the ball, playing great D, doing some really good things, and then I thought we individually started holding on to the basketball a little too long, and that gave them the ability to get out off our turnovers in transition, get some easy baskets, and Garland got it going, and they were back in the game. Next thing you know, and then from there it was a dogfight, and our guys probably could have quit 8-9 times, if not more, because it's hard. It was hard. You're on the road. You're missing, one of your 2 best players in Foxy, and
there you go.
Aren't going well. And, the crowd's in
I see what he's doing
for those guys, and but I just the toughness that we have showed tonight. Starting with Domas. Domas was unfreaking believable. He was amazing. I still am amazed at how hard that man plays every freaking possession. He doesn't take a possession off. And, when you have that from one of your best players, if not the best player,
of course he's going to say that.
And so him sticking with it, Harrison sticking with it, Kevin's sticking with it. Davion's sticking with it. I mean, we had some guys step up and just keep playing and grinding and playing. And that's what we have to do in order to get wins on the road. It's going to be hard. So we got to try to win the possession game. We got to do the little things, but we have to bring a toughness that the entire team brought.
Real quick, the Mavericks are up against the Bucks 45-40 with 5 minutes left in the second. That's crazy.
Throughout most of the game. I mean, to end the game with 10 straight stops, unbelievable.
10 straight stops.
I take my
That's
hat off to the
insane.
guys. And one thing that I challenge
That's
our
insane.
guys on,
And that's not the first
is
time they've done
I
that. They
thought
did it against the
before
Hawks.
Milwaukee, they didn't feel us, especially to start the game. We did not bring a physicality to that game, and you can't do that versus a championship level team, especially on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So I challenge them to do that tonight. We did not do a good job boxing out, keeping guys off the glass. I challenge them to do that tonight. And offensively, I thought we let Milwaukee dictate the pace of the game for us. And I challenged our guys to push the ball. I don't know what our pace was, but even though we didn't score 120, it felt
Medici,
like it was
Sacramento,
pretty
bro.
good, especially as the game went on. So every
Or Chasen's
bar
in
that I
Elk Grove.
challenged them with those three things, I thought they met tonight. And the most important thing was the physicality that they brought to the game, especially when needed late in the fourth, when we had to get stops. It's just a fun game to be a part of. And as you guys will know, if you haven't already known, Domas was our defensive player of the game tonight.
No doubt.
He got a little bling bling. Yes.
He was really good. Like, how is he not going to say that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's new.
after
Yes,
such a great game, arguably his best game of the
Vivek's
season.
a billionaire, and so we're trying to spend some of his money without him knowing. Yes. V, it's gonna cost you, baby. It's gonna cost you. You got to ask Jordy. Jordy's our defensive coordinator. It's his puppy. I don't know how many guys in terms of security that he has around it, but if he tells his guys that you could take a look at it, I'm sure the 3 or 4 guys that are supposed to be guarding it will let you take a quick peek.
That's going to go to the defensive player of the game.
It went to the defensive player of the game, who was Domas. We had a lot of guys. It could have been
Facts.
It could have been Delly. It could have been Davion Mitchell. There were some guys that stepped up.
Davion had a
did
great
heck of
game
a job
defensively.
on that end of the floor.
What did Davion's point of attack defense
Yeah.
mean, especially on that night?
Davion was solid defensively.
On Garland.
Garland was rolling, and your point guard is the head of the snake when it comes to the defense end of the floor. Domas is our communicator. He's our back line. He's our quarterback. But the head of the snake has to be great for you. And Davion, he wasn't feeling well tonight, and we almost took him out. I don't know if you remember, we sent Delly to the scorer's table because Davion he felt a little lightheaded. And so
He
we got
kinda
him
looked
out,
like it,
but
too.
He wanted to stay, and he showed his toughness, and he did a heck of a job down the stretch when we needed him to because of the way that Garland was rolling.
One more, Mike.
Yeah.
You talked about challenging the team to come out with physicality
Yep.
and making Cleveland feel you early.
Yeah,
You call a timeout like 70 seconds into the game.
yeah.
Was that part of the correction?
Yes. Yeah, I thought we didn't do a good job. I think they got a transition bucket, and they got another bucket just too easy. And that was one of the things that I harped on from the Milwaukee game is don't let these cats just come in the game and play nilly-willy free. Because if they do,
I
they
love
get a
that.
rhythm. And when an NBA team gets a rhythm,
Facts.
it's a wrap. And our guys responded.
love that about him.
And it was
I
great
don't
'cause
love
we
his
played well
rotations, but I love
offensively,
this about
responded
him.
Defensively, there was just a little stretch during that game where the ball wasn't popping, ball wasn't moving, and when we held on it a little too long, our spacing wasn't good neither, and that gave them the ability to get out and run on us.
And to be clear, I don't like the way he uses Fox's rotations. Because Fox can score 5 points straight, and he's gonna pull him out no matter what. You know what I mean? So I'm in the belief that you got to let a guy roll and just find himself. But let's continue.
Even when you guys are scoring 130, you bring the conversation back to defense, and I just wonder how much it fires you up to see, like you said, to close a game out with 10 stops and no run. You got to be thrilled with that.
I am I don't know. I said this a few games. I can't even remember what game it was. I said that game was my favorite game. Maybe the Chicago game. This is my favorite game. I mean, because again, if we want to be good, we have the ability to score. But if we want to be good, we have to bring our hard hat,
right,
especially to away games versus good teams. It's a playoff team. And, people can arguably say, well, Donovan wasn't playing. Well, Foxy wasn't playing. That's why you have 15 or 17 guys on your team. It's a team. And so the next man has to step up. And Davion was the next man that stepped up to start. And Deli was the next man to step up as the backup. And both those guys, as well as the rest of the team, brought their hard hat tonight and figured out a way to get a win in an ugly game.
Beautiful. Well said, Coach. Let's check out what HB had to say.
What like that fourth quarter, there were some turnovers kind of midway through that allowed them to get up by 8, and then you guys closed on a 19-0 run. What was the key to that big run at the end?
I think it was just getting stops and playing with poise. We felt kind of in the second quarter and even some parts in the third, we were just taking just a lot of tough shots, turnovers, allows them to kind of get out in transition, us get mismatched. So I thought, late in the fourth, I thought we did a good job of just getting good looks and able to capitalize.
How good of a great team, you're playing a great team, you're on the road, to be able to come through and get this win, what does it mean for you guys?
It's huge. I mean, coming in the game, with the stats, I mean, they were like the number 1 defensive team in the league. So we knew it was going to be tough, just like it was the last time we played them. I think to come here on the road after kind of losing to, Milwaukee the way that we did, we kind of want to make a statement. And the rest of these games on this trip, it's going to be a lot of the same style of basketball. Rebounding is going to be big for us. The physicality that their wings present, and our ball pressure defensively. Not allowing teams to just come up, run their offense easily, and just get easy threes or dunks. So tonight was a big step for us.
What does it say about you guys that you can win without De'Aaron, without Terrence?
I mean, you got to give credit. I mean, I thought the way that Davion, just hawked the ball defensively tonight. Deli coming back here, after. Not being here for a while, and then just being ready to play, step in, make some stuff happen. Malik, coming alive there. Kevin obviously battling through, a little tweak there. I mean, all the little things that I think everyone did to just contribute to this win. I think it's a good team win where everybody had an impact.
Spencer? Sorry. You just mentioned Malik coming alive. What's his energy meant to this team this year, and how has he kind of meshed with you guys early on?
I mean, his energy is vital for us. There's some players who've come in this league, and you can't necessarily put them in a role. You can't put them in a box. You kind of just roll the ball out there and pray it goes well. And he's one of those guys that for us, we just want to give him just ultimate freedom. Play through his mistakes. He brings so much energy for us, just a different look to our second unit, and I think that has become contagious.
Big double-double for Domas.
Such a monster.
Not just his play, his points, his rebounds, but some of the stops he helped you guys generate at the end of the game.
I mean, Domas has been playing at an all-star level for us all year. I think that his ability, whether it's being a focal point in the offensive end, defensively anchoring us, all the little things that he does that obviously tonight show up in the stat sheet, but some nights don't. He's been great for us. So I think as long as big fella's rolling, we're going to be in great shape.
Facts. Great stuff there by Harrison Barnes. Classy individual. 106.95. The Kings get a big one. 19. That's insane, bro. 19-0 run. That's crazy to me. 19-0 run. Light says Keegan is an introvert. I feel like he's in his own head, but once he's comfortable, he's crazy. Yeah. I just love this coach. He has these guys playing so much better. We know we can win any game. The best coach in many years. Also glad Monty signed him now. Let's give that man an extension, 100%. Like, they got to sign Monty ASAP. You know, he's made some mistakes. He's made some amazing trades. He's made some great moves. Either way, if you want to keep this rolling, it would be a mistake not to. It's only a matter of time, in my opinion. But can you imagine they don't, and just the constant change, the constant things of doing things backwards for the Kings? Like, they gotta sign him, man, and just follow through this process. Like, you gotta do it. Like, you gotta do it, man. Go Kings, Sacramento proud. Yes, sir. Now Joe Empire right there. Harrison Barnes tonight, 20 points. He's been playing really well. When he plays well, the Kings have a chance. I said that in the DeRozan breakdown. When he plays well, the Kings have a real good chance to win. 5 of 9, 3 of 6. Just an excellent game. Just an excellent game from Harrison Barnes. Davion Mitchell, again, was lightheaded, was a little bit sick. 33 minutes, 3 of 5, 8 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. That's a hell of a game, man. I know that doesn't scream wow, but if you watched it within the context of the game, he was really good tonight. That was probably his best game, honestly. Like, if not his best game, one of his better games for sure. The most significant and most impactful. To get a win on the road like this, that was very impressive. And Kevin Huerter coming off that shoulder injury, it was a shoulder tweak. I think they called that 3 of 7, huge 3 to put him ahead, to cut the lead, and to put him ahead, and they just never looked back after that. Like, just timely threes. 3 of 7 is gonna get the job done. 19 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals. He was huge defensively. In the passing lanes, obviously he's always going to have like his dud moments where he gets caught ball watching or he's not that quick laterally. But, you know, he's going to have his moments because he is 6'7", and he's going to get some steals. That's just what he does. Trey Lyles, 17 minutes again, 5 points. Not great, but I don't think he killed you. Shemezi, 6 points. I thought he had a solid 11 minutes. Like, he was solid tonight. He was a solid 11 minutes. Okpala, 4 minutes. He had some moments. Delhi was huge, 16 minutes. Monk, was Monk, 22 minutes. 1 of 5. He struggled offensively, but as HB said, he gives you that burst of energy, right? And it's different. It's a different look, and that's always a good thing. He's always a threat to pass no matter what. And he has 0 assists tonight. But the fact that he's out there creating offense for himself and for others, that's going to open up a lot of his things, man. So, again, I would have to watch it and kind of break down what the hockey assist was. But Malik Monk broke that defense down a few times tonight, and that led to buckets for the Kings. Evan Mobley, such a good player. He's so smart. 16 points, 7 boards. They, as a team, though, they had 36 rebounds, right? The Kings as a team today, they had 38. That's incredible. That is moving in the right direction. That is guys finally boxing out, not perfectly, but better. And when you box out, you're going to be all right. You're going to be okay. Because you have to box out when Sabonis is your center, right? He's a monster. But you got to help him out, period. And they did. They won the rebounding battle. That's why they won this game. 21 assists to 20 assists. 11 steals to 7 steals. Huge steals there. 5 blocks. That was huge. 4 blocks. Typically speaking, when you got a Mobley and you got an Allen, you're going to win the block department. The Kings won that tonight as well. 19 turnovers. The Kings 17 turnovers. You have less turnovers. That'll get the job done as well, man. That was solid. Like, that was solid, y'all. I'm very, very happy with this win, man. Like, that was a lot of fun. Let's go get that W in New York City. Yes, sir. Light the beam. Kings showing some tough perseverance and heart. I love it. Still no NBA video post. Last 2 minutes. Kings finished 19-0 run type of videos. Yeah, let's see if they come up with the. Let me see how's the highlights. How's it? House of highlights. Let me see if they have it. They don't have it yet. Note. They don't have those highlights yet. Let me see NBA. Oh, NBA does have them. Full game highlights.
Help your teen have a more positive online experience with Instagram's tools, like supervision tools.
Yeah, it's Friday night. It's going to be high.
Here we go. Here we go. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, by the way. Would really help out the algorithm a lot if you guys can like the video. Actually, if you guys want to talk about things right now, I'm going to copy and paste the link. Click that link for me and join the conversation. We'd love to hear you guys and see what you guys want to say tonight. That is the link to join the live conversation. Meanwhile, let's get that highlight package going. I kind of do want to skip to the end, if I'm being honest. Great shot there. Great shot there. Let me see. Oh my God, these ads. Oh, these ads are gonna like kick my butt, you know. Let's see. Oh my gosh, another one? Why are you showing me this? Okay, here we go. Oh my. You cannot skip a... And it's two of them. Chris Paul. Oh my. Cliff Paul. That's funny. That is funny. Jesus. 13 seconds, huh? That is insane. They can go 3-3. We're good. 402. Man. That'd be sick. What is it? Subway? No, it's not Subway, is it? Jersey Mike's. Jeez, I don't even want to skip no more. Was this a Deli 3? This is the Deli 3, bro. This was massive. Boys out here just hooping. Old school Deli. He said, man, I used to play in this gym and I used to get buckets. Wow. Look at this, bro. I mean, you talk about just Jarrett Allen falling asleep. Nice stacker screen here. And just a great back pick. So this is an iteration of the Spain pick and roll, which is my favorite action in basketball. This back pick here and the lack of communication from guards. I always talk about this, right? If you've been a long-time listener, what do I always say? And I'll let you guys comment in the comments below, right? In 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guards don't communicate as well as big men, right? For the most part, on every level, guards do not communicate. So when you set back picks like this is just every time for the most part. And the guys that do, like if this was Fox, then you just attack that, right? But in this situation, great back pick here. And boom. That's the result. Just a phenomenal double stacker Spain pick and roll there. That was nuts. What a pass, huh? What a pass there by Shemezi. And I talked about that earlier. Like, you have to be able just to make these quick reads. If you're going to give me that much space, which, again, a defense wants them to shoot the ball. Just a great back cut here. If you got a mismatch like this guy here and NATO, like, that's barbecue chicken every single time. So, good for him. Like, that was extremely solid, right? And look at Deli there. Just fighting. That's just too easy. But, yeah. 84-83 at this point. Game is ugly. It's going back and forth. Old school basketball. Oh, that was tough. That was so tough by Osman. Right. Oh, my goodness. What the hell did I just do? Okay, so it's 90-85 with 5:40 left, okay? Swing, and then they're up 8. At this point, you're just like, here we go again. Down 8, and then I think this is where Herder comes back. Was it Herder? Oh, that was Sabonis. This was insane, bro. 3 dudes cannot stop the Ox. Oh my goodness. Put that in the book and send them to the line. Don't sue me. Oh my gosh. Wow. The Ox. And then turnover doing too much here. That's not what you do. Great stuff by the Cavs in transition. Right. Can you guys see it? I'm with you on skipping to the end of the bar. You can say the Matsu lob threat. He just gets open looks. He's got a couple good ones on contact. Let me see. Yes. Great stuff there. And then they're down by 5, right? Whew. He went in between his legs. This was just a play of the game, bro. Like, look at this. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes around Sabonis, right? What a play. Fakes it here, right? They do not see that coming. Good defense. Harrison's open. How can I get it to Harrison? Let me go behind my back real quick and yak it on him. Man, what a pass, bro. That was so impressive. Heads up play by Sabonis. He knows exactly what's going on everywhere. Just great defense, right? Just, again, vertically in the paint at the rim. Sabonis has been so good. Just straight up. Go up. And he got the block. And then he leads the break, and he got this pass. I don't know how the hell that got through. That was a bad pass. But it's a good pass because he executed it. I think if he would have passed it perfectly, ironically, it wouldn't have gone through. But because he kind of underhanded, just watch this. Like, the pass should have been gone. At this point, boom. He waited, though. And he thought, who is this, Stevens or is this Okoro? I think it's Okoro. And at this point, he's like, nah, he's not going to make this pass. And he makes the pass, which is just crazy because just look at his face like, oh, shoot. And then he just does the rest. But what a ballsy pass, because if that don't go through, you're just kicking yourself like you're down by 3 with 3 minutes left. But luckily, that went through. Like, that could have been chaos for the Kings. That could have led to a 3-point shot. Now they're down 1. Great kick out here. Look ahead. No conscience whatsoever. Super confident. Took the lead. Damn. That was nice. Kevin Herter. Great fake. And then this kid here. Confidence. That's what you want, man. That's what you want. The Cavs guarded the layup. And just to make a point, when I was talking about earlier about how the Kings run every possession with the purpose, that's Kevin Herter here selling this. Like, he's running so hard, wanting and acting like he was going to get this ball. When in reality, you want this 3-point shot here, but in order for this to work, this needs to work, right? Like, he needs to run with the purpose and run hard. And that's what you saw here, right? So that had LeVert, guarding the basket. And that's what they teach you. Like, that's the right play. Boom. Heads up play. Kevin had a lot to do with that. His gravity allowed him to get an open shot. Nice pick and pop here. Swing. Oh, yeah. He's too little. See what happened there. Mobley was guarding him, and he contested it, but nobody boxed him out. He was out of position. If you go back, because now that Keegan hits one, This takes Allen away from the rim, which again, every time you do something well and you do it the right way and you execute right and you do things with a purpose, now guys are overthinking things saying, I got to stay home, right? So that happened because he could have kicked it out here. Allen knows that. And now this guy here, Mobley, he has to contest. And guess who's open? Sabonis. Wow. That's Kings basketball, man. That's Kings basketball. Great stuff there. Wow. Excellent. Obviously, they didn't show the 10 straight stops, but just great stuff, man. We gonna end it here on a smile. Sabonis in the zone right now. Yes, he is, man. Most rebounds in any center in the season against both Mobley and Allen. Mr. Sabonis himself. That's insane. That is insane. But tonight was a great night. 19-0 run to end the game. Thank you guys for all the love and support. It was a good night again. You know, rest in peace to Grant Wall, greatest Team USA beat writer to ever do it, man. You know, prayers out to his family. Insane death. Like I said, I got the notification from ESPN, and it's just like, whoa, like what happened? So God bless him. And again, prayers to his family for peace and harmony. And that's tough. That's tough. But let's light the beam tonight. Wow. And let's get a W. Let's get a W on the next one, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much again. Shout out to Medici Sacramento. If y'all want a great pizza spot, check them out across the Golden One Center. Medici Sacramento. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.